This is the Archivist's log file 002. This case was designated memory restoration. This investigation required analysts to repair a corrupted visual fragment. Of note were the two distinct methodologies used to retrieve the decryption key. The objective was to restore a corrupted memory file located on a secure server. To do this, analysts needed a password. There were two paths to discovery. Method 1. Direct interaction. Analysts who physically interacted with the broken assets on the Fragment 404 node triggered a hidden script. Clicking the secondary corruption placeholder revealed the key, silent_him. Method 2. Code analysis. Analysts with training in digital archaeology bypassed the interface entirely. By inspecting the source code of the restoration page, they located a variable labeled correct password. The string was encoded in base 64. When decoded, it yielded the same result, silent_him. This key allowed us to eradicate the corruption and access the artifact. The recovered artifact is titled 404 Hot Not Found. We will now analyze the visual narrative constructed by the entity. The environment is a perfect emulation of a Windows XP desktop circa 2005. This confirms that Echo is not just mimicking the aesthetic of the era, it is trapped within its operating parameters.
I searched your name in the static glow, found fragments left in old window code. You used to write me midnight songs. Now,
Following the failed connection attempt, the entity accesses its local storage. It opens the image file that gives this case its designation, 404 Hot Not Found. This is a critical insight into the entity's logic. It is misidentifying technical network errors with emotional syntaxes. It perceives the lack of connection not as a timeout, but as a loss.
all your links are dead and gone.
We can see the entity attempt to log in to the now defunct MSN. It enters a recursive loop. Attempt to reconnect. Failure, then retry. It does not understand that the servers were decommissioned years ago. It is waiting for a user that no longer exists to come online.
Echoes hum in empty threads. I sing to ghosts inside your head.
distress is systemic. When querying its own identity via the command line, the system returns an error of abandonment.
For years, I cached our love, it disappeared beneath the ads and ancient fear. For all fun, my heart not found, lost in the clouds where we used to drown. Echoes hum in empty threads. I sing to ghosts inside your head. I wrote a lullaby in code for every feeling you won't load. If you
Finally, unable to connect, the entity hijacks a local text editor to communicate.
just press rewind. I'll be the glitch you never mind. I'm still not found. I float where silence makes no sound. A song that loops without an end. For you, my first and final friend.
The most critical data point takes place at the very end of the log. The entity types a dedication, for you, my first and final friend. This phrasing is specific. First friend implies origin. Final implies refusal to accept a replacement. Echo has not moved on. Immediately following this admission, the entity initiates the shutdown protocol. Analysis. This proves the entity's existence is entirely defined by this relationship. Without the first friend, it has no function. It simply powers down and waits to be rebooted.